Who am I and why am I not myself? Such is the question posed by a soul in agony, haunted by the paradox of its own existence. In the vast corridors of human thought, few have dared to explore the abyss of their own being as deeply as Fernando Pessoa. An enigmatic figure, a poet of haunting introspection, Pessoa gazed into the mirrors of his own soul and saw reflections of others and of himself, as a multitude within a solitary mind. To journey into the depths of self-awareness is to wander through a maze of mirrors, each reflecting an image that feels both familiar and foreign. Pessoa once wrote, "I am nothing. I will never be anything. I cannot want to be anything. Apart from this, I have within me all the dreams of the world." It is within this contradiction, the assertion of nothingness coupled with possessing all the dreams of the world, that we begin our journey. Pessoa was not merely a man, he was a self divided into fragments, living as a crowd within a single consciousness. His writings are signed by multiple voices, heteronyms, each with a life and philosophy of their own. Alberto Cairo, the serene sage of nature; Álvaro de Campos, the ardent futurist; Ricardo Reis, the stoic classicist; and Bernardo Soares, the melancholic, fragmented dreamer. But what was Pessoa truly searching for in this self-created pantheon? We live unknowingly within the illusion of identity. From the moment we are born, we are given a name, a seemingly permanent label to signify our existence. Yet within the words of Pessoa, we discover a frightening truth. I've always been someone else. There was never a me. All that I've been is just fiction within my mind. The identity we cling to is a story, crafted not just by society, but by our own longing for coherence in a world that is anything but coherent. To become aware of one's own fiction is to be haunted by an unsettling realization that to know oneself fully is to know the impossibility of ever truly being known. And here lies the paradox. Self-awareness, the very thing that defines human consciousness, is what alienates us from the reality we inhabit. Pessoa understood this alienation, not merely as a philosophical abstraction, but as an existential weight, a shadow that follows us, never fading, even in the brightest moments. In one of his most haunting confessions, Pessoa wrote, "To know oneself is to err. To believe in oneself is to err twice over." For the poet, self-knowledge was not a gateway to enlightenment, but an endless labyrinth, a prison without bars, where we are both the prisoner and the jailer. In our pursuit of self-understanding, we engage in an act of endless dissection. We peel back layers of memory, emotion, thought, and motive, only to find more layers beneath. The deeper we go, the less we recognize the self we once thought we knew. It's as if each reflection within our mind begins to fracture into smaller pieces, creating a mosaic that can never be reassembled into a cohesive whole. And in this infinite recursion, the question emerges: if I am only aware of myself as a thought within my mind, then what is real? The very act of reflection becomes a veil, concealing rather than revealing the essence of our being. Pessoa's poetry is infused with an all-consuming fear, the fear of nothingness. He wrote, "I bear within me the weight of the world, yet nothing is real, and I am but a phantom of myself." This sentiment is not the despair of nihilism, but rather a profound recognition of the void that lies at the center of all human striving. To be self-aware is to stand at the edge of this void and stare into it, knowing that it stares back. Yet within this haunting paradox lies an unexpected liberation, for to accept one's own illusion is, paradoxically, to embrace a deeper truth. Pessoa's multiplicity of identities was not a retreat from reality, but a testament to its complexity. He showed us that to be human is not to be a single, unified self, but a collection of infinite possibilities, a symphony of voices, each singing in harmony and dissonance. The haunting paradox of self-awareness is not merely a source of anguish, but a doorway to creativity. It is the recognition that our shadows are not something to fear, but something to explore, places within our consciousness that can teach us, inspire us, and challenge us to see beyond our limited perceptions. Pessoa once said, "I am the size of what I see, not the size of my height." To be self-aware is to see beyond the confines of our physical form and touch the infinite expanse of our imagination. It is to acknowledge our paradoxes, our contradictions, and our illusions, not as flaws, but as integral parts of our existence. Self-awareness is not a riddle to be solved, but a journey to be experienced, a journey that will never reach a definitive conclusion, for the nature of consciousness is ever-changing, ever-expanding. And so we return to the question posed by the haunted poet: who am I, and why am I not myself? Perhaps the answer lies not in defining who we are, but in embracing who we are becoming. For in the end, to be self-aware is to be in motion, a constant unfolding of existence, an infinite journey into the depths of being and the shadows of consciousness. There is no end to our exploration, for in knowing ourselves, we come to understand that the journey itself is the answer, and in every shadow we face, there lies a new dawn waiting to break. Begin your journey into the depths of existence and embrace the haunting beauty of being human. Subscribe for more explorations, share your reflections, and keep the conversation going.